So I would say, to describe my story or my life in a couple of words, I'd probably just say beautiful among the mess, because that's what it is. It's been a mess, but it's been a journey and it's been beautiful. I was born into a very big, loud, opinionated family. But that's stuff that I love about them. But we definitely did not have Christ as the center. My parents growing up very much, I'll just say my dad was an alcoholic pretty severely. And I think my mom drank to be able to handle my dad. My parents fought viciously, to the point where we were scared. I feel like I had to grow up kind of quickly in knowing, that I'm walking on eggshells, that I don't want to make dad mad or mom sad, and it was really hard. And I didn't like my dad, to be honest. When I was 12, I believe, my dad, who I was scared of, who I didn't really have a relationship with, who was mean in my eyes, and came home and said, "I found Jesus and I'm never drinking again." Which, by the grace of God, my dad has never drank again because Jesus drastically came in his life. However, as a kid who's really never been in church, who has never been shown an example like that, and with the experience that I had with my dad, I heard that and automatically was like, okay, whatever, let him be all excited about this. He'll be right back at it in a few more days. I remember thinking like, okay, dad is claiming, this God, this Jesus, changed his life, and we need to rely on him. We did start going to church at that time, and I did dive all the way into church. But the true belief and the true concept that I have was there's this big guy in the sky that loves me, I guess, right? However, I keep asking him to fix all this and nothing is being fixed. He wasn't a here thing, he wasn't a helping me thing. And for me in survival mode, he wasn't a necessary thing. But what I thought helped was when I blew out my shoulder, I had surgery, and I was prescribed medication. And I took the medication, and all these emotions that I was dealing with and all this heaviness on my chest that I was feeling all the time disappeared. And I just thought, man, this feels pretty good. So my addiction really took off, but I hid it well. And no one really knew until the year 2020. I was living in my own apartment at that time. My roommates did not want me in there anymore because the addiction was getting out of control. So I was living out of my car with my dog. I didn't have a good relationship with my parents. I didn't have a good relationship with anyone. And so on April 18th, 2020, all I remember is waking up behind the wheel of my car. I don't know how long I had been driving. I don't know how far I drove. I don't even know where I came from. But I woke up behind the wheel of a car hitting a light pole. My memory fades in and out because I was extremely intoxicated at this time with a number of different substances. God is funny in the sense that he had me hit a light pole around the corner from my parents' house. So they were there within 2 minutes. They saw everything. My memory is spotty, but I do remember the cops showing up and going through my car and finding stuff that I shouldn't have and putting me in handcuffs. And I remember my family crying or in a state of panic. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the hospital. Apparently when I was in police custody, I stopped breathing. I was Narcaned 3 times. After I woke up in the hospital, parents came and picked me up. They brought me to a detox center. And I remember everyone saying, like, "We're so happy you're here. We're so happy you're here. You're so lucky to be alive. We're so happy you're here." And I was so frustrated and at rock bottom that I snapped. And I was just like, why do you keep saying you're happy I'm here, I'm lucky to be alive? I'm not. I will never be as happy as I was when I was getting high. Because life sucks, and that was the peak of it. So I'm done. And that was how low I had gotten. My mom sends me a backpack full of little goodies, clothes, hair stuff, and a new Bible. I remember rolling my eyes when I saw the Bible. And I remember one night sitting on my bed, I journaled a little bit, and my Bible was sitting right there, and I was just like, all right, you know what? We're gonna open it up. We're gonna read what it says. Just whatever we read. If it's a bunch of hocus pocus, we close it, and we're moving on. I open it up, and it's from Habakkuk 1:5, but it says, "Look and watch and be utterly amazed, for I am going to do something in your days that you would not believe even if you were told." I read that, and it kind of shocked me. And then "Oh My Soul" by Casting Crowns started playing on my phone, which, living my lifestyle, you don't listen to Christian music, so I don't know why that was playing, right? And it just said along the lines of this is a place for your soul to go that you don't have to fear anymore. And I had been living in constant fear my whole life. And I remember weeping in my bed and just saying, God, I give it to you then. I need you to step in a big way. And there was a lot of shame in that moment too, of me realizing I have been keeping him away this whole time. And I don't deserve this forgiveness, but if you'll take me, I'll do whatever. 7 months of treatment later, I finally, graduated the program. I had to relearn everything. I had to relearn how to make relationships, how to keep money, set a schedule, keep a budget. This is stuff that was all revolved around my addiction. All of it was. And now I don't have that. But what I did have was Christ now. It was beautiful. It was hard. It was hard work. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't on my strength. I am 3.5 years sober, going strong. Yeah, 3.5 years sober. Best relationship I've ever had with my parents. A relationship of honesty, a relationship with my dad that I didn't think was possible is beautiful. And my parents are a huge, huge part of my life. The girl I was 3.5 years ago is not the girl that I was 1 year ago, and it's not the girl that I was right now. God continues to surprise me with what he's doing in my life, and I know fully I wouldn't be here or have anything without him, even when the storm comes. And I couldn't make it through the storm without him.